request Dr. Amit Singh to give his talk on phenomenon behind Muslims as majority of refugees. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Singh.
Thank you, Dr. Sakti. I hope I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Co-panelists Gyanindra, Sakti ji, and Prabhakar Tijare ji, and Anil Vartak ji, sabko mera namaskar. And yes, first of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the Vishwa Adhyan Kendra for giving me opportunity to share my views on this particular topic, and specifically the Muslim refugee and their this particular phenomena. Because whatever Dr. Sushree Mishra has mentioned with regard to the psychological issues of the refugee, I mostly agree with her to various difference or the immigrants or the other. On the other, because my topic is different from what Dr. Mishra has just spoken about, because I'm going to highlight certain issues related to Muslim refugee and why this particular phenomena is very common. And specifically, whenever we are going to discuss in terms of data in the entire world, yes, if we count refugees, then most of the refugees belongs to a particular religion called Islam. And on the other hand, yes, there are some studies and not much studies on this particular issue. Dr. Sakti is very right. And according to me, are they really refugees? Because I'm deliberately asking this particular question to myself and to all of you. Are these people really refugees? Because why I'm underlining this particular statement? Because according to me, they have their agenda behind this particular refugee phenomena. For example, yes, there is no doubt Islam is the second largest faith of this world. Nearly about 200 crore people are following this particular religion. And they are behind the Christianity and just 15 to 20% short from the Christian population. But the way their population is increasing in most of the country, which is very, very alarming. No doubt. And for India, because most of these population, 60% of them are living here in Asia, and India is the integral part of Asia. Indonesia is one of the largest Muslim nation of this world. And there are various studies suggest that by 2040, India is going to be the largest nation with the Muslim population. And irony of this particular issue is that till date, because India is having largest Muslim population, but Organization of Islamic Countries, they have not given us the formal membership in this particular organization. And yes, their agenda is to promote Islam and Islam related activities. And India is a secular nation. So they are waiting for this Muslim community to acquire some place here in India as a majority population. And when India is going to govern by Sharia or some Islamic law, then they may provide us the desired membership of Organization of Islamic Country. Okay, there are, because I have mentioned, yes, they have some political agenda behind this refugee phenomena, because what Dr. Sushree Mishra has highlighted in terms of psychological issues, are these people are going to accept us as a refugee, or are they going to give us some legitimate right and better treatment? And in terms of, so according to me, with regard to Muslim as a refugee, they don't have this particular feeling. I may be insensitive with regard to this particular statement, but what I have noted, they don't have any fear of acceptance and rejection. And in terms of cultural alienation, and how we are going to organize our religious and cultural activities, they know. slowly and gradually, one day or the other, and with the help of our increasing population, we are going to acquire some significant place in this particular host nation. And they have to follow whatever directions are necessary to channelize my religious activities, which is Islam. Because at present, and they don't, I mean, only if we divide this particular category into male and female, with regard to male Muslim refugee and female Muslim refugee, so I can understand, yes, some females, they have, not all the females, because for example, if we discuss about Taslima Nasreen, so according to me, she may have some guilt. At the end of the day, she have to left her country and she has taken asylum here in India. Okay, then we have a Malala ka case. So because she wanted to follow her dream related to education, but the Taliban has shot Malala and she has taken shelter in some of the Western countries. And but nowadays, I have heard various statements of her on the issue of Afghanistan Taliban, some fabricated issues, ki how India is treating with her Muslim population, and recent controversy over Hazar. So according to me, Malala's statement is contradictory. So initially, and yes, according to me, most of these Muslims, they are very good in playing cards, and specifically their victim cards. So with the help of their victim card, they take shelter in the various countries, and when they get hold their foot over there, then they channelize their real political agenda. I have just given you an example of Malala, and there are various Malalas and various people exist on this earth. So yes, Muslim is the largest or second largest population. There is a book called Clash of Civilization written by Samuel P. Huntington. And Samuel P. Huntington has categorically mentioned in his book that yes, Christianity and Islam, they bound to clash with each other. So there are some phenomena like, and some of these phenomena are very common with regard to refugee. And the reason why these people are taking shelter in various other countries, and specifically, they have taken shelter in most of the Western countries or well-off countries. And they have not taken shelter in some of the developed Muslim nations. Okay, so according to me, they have their agenda to change the demography of those Christian dominated or the other religious group dominated nation. So the reason behind the refugee problem is civil war, interstate conflict, and yes, sometimes we have noted US-led military invasion in Iraq, Afghanistan, and yes, some issues related to natural disasters are also there. But the issue is that, and point to be noted by everyone, including me, because what I have noted, yes, they have not taken shelter in Turkey. Turkey, as compared to other countries of West Asia, is a developed one. They have not taken shelter in Indonesia, which is one of the largest Muslim nation of the world. On the other hand, Sushree ji has highlighted some issues related to Rohingya Muslims. So Rohingya or Myanmar, because there is a province in Myanmar called Rakhine. And in the Rakhine province of Myanmar, they have a significant Muslim population. But due to the illegal Bangladeshi immigration in the Rakhine province, slowly and gradually the population of the Muslim has been increasing. And with the increased population, they have started mistreatment of most of the Buddhists. These people have noted rape, conversion, and various other religious issues. And yes, these Buddhists, they have sick and tired of some of these behaviors. Then they have started retaliation against the Rohingyas. And yes, due to this particular war between the local Buddhist people and the Rohingyas, including Bangladeshis. They left, or some of them, not all of them, left Rakhine province, and they crossed Bangladesh and they came here in India. They also taken shelter in few other countries, but most of the Rohingyas are there in Bangladesh as well as India. And the issue is that because Myanmar is having their geographical proximity and Rakhine province is having geographical as well as Rohingya Muslim is having ideological as well as religious proximity with Bangladesh, but they are with their agenda, they are deliberately coming to India. And now the left liberals and few other so-called activists, they have given them the shelter in the Jammu area. So we have to understand their mindset, because now Bangladesh has announced, because for example, I have studied I have read some of the document. In those documents, if Bangladesh has given shelter to the 50,000, for example, if they have given 50,000 Rohingya Muslim shelter in Bangladesh, then after 6 months, they have noted that suddenly their population has increased by 70,000. They have noted that the females, they have given birth to the 20,000 children. And now Bangladesh has categorically mentioned that, okay, we are ready to accept you as a refugee, but we are going to sterilize you, the male population. And now these people are deliberately, no, ab hame Myanmar mein hi rehna hai, Bangladesh nahi jana, all those things are there. And why these people are deliberately settled in Jammu? Because slowly and gradually, because till date, the Jammu population is predominantly a Hindu-dominated area. And Jammu and Kashmir is a state, because in the Kashmir Valley, PDP, National Conference are gaining currency just few years back. And in Jammu area, BJP and various other Hindu politicians, they won the election. So they have their agenda. Okay, slowly and gradually, we have to change the demography of the entire Jammu area. And with the changed demography, there is a possibility that these Muslims are going to dominate politically the Jammu area too. Because those who are living very close to Bangladesh, Orissa, Northeast, West Bengal, slowly and gradually, the demography of the entire Northeast is rapidly changing. And now these people are not allowing any religious activities of the Hindus and Christian as well. And there is again a phenomena in Kerala. So here I'm talking about refugee ka thing. So in most of the Western world, including America, France, Britain, the Muslim refugees population are there around 7 to 8%, and few of the countries are there where population like Bulgaria is around 11%, and this data is of 2016 and present day is 2022, because we have noted Afghanistan, Taliban takeover, and there is a possibility that now 1 or 2% in each and every European countries and America, their population is increasing day by day with the help of the refugee influx. On the other hand, they are increasing their population organically with the help of the conversion, with the help of the child birth rate, because in most of the European countries, the birth rate is going down. In most of the European countries is around minus 2 to 3%. But these refugees and their birth rate is plus 3% in their population. So most of the European countries are also fearing demographic change and the few other problems. And Islamic fundamentalism, Salafism is increasing, and they are influencing the local population too. And slowly and gradually some Western people are, or Christian are also converting themselves. So there are issues of demographic change, because according to me, I may be wrong because Sakti ji is expert on European affairs, but recently Britain exit from European Union because of the, when they were there in the European Union, because of the loose visa provision and the various other things, they have noted huge influx of other ethnic population in UK. and due to which the jobs and various other things are at stake for the local people. So some way or the other, yes, illegal immigration, huge influx of the refugee and Muslim population, and the various other economic issues, Britain exit from European Union. So this is my view with regard to Britain exit, because not only economic, but yes, deglobalization ka process is going on, and some sort of a ethnic superiority. Because why America, during the Trump election, they have mentioned America is for Americans, because they are also fearing the huge influx of these refugees as well as illegal refugees. And there are various sort of divide are also there, because according to me, yes, Shia Sunni divide are there. Then here in South Asian Islam, there are, apart from Shias and Sunni, there are other sects are also exists. But most of the, during the Taliban wala issue, most of these Afghani, they want to leave their country for the Western world. So they have their agenda. They are deliberately playing victim card, and with the agenda to change the entire demography of the globe, they are taking shelter. And yes, there are some psychological issues, but according to me, most of these Muslims, they don't face any sort of psychological issues at all. I may be insensitive, but if these population are migrating with an agenda, so they don't think about some of these things, we may lose something. So these are the few things, because as a issue or as a political issue, no doubt there are European countries who are welcoming them still, but we have various examples of Germany. There is a famous example of one of the Muslim refugee activists called Celine Gorin, because these refugees, they have raped this particular activist, and in some cases they have murdered, and they involved in anti-Germany activities, and with regard to illegal Bangladeshi immigration or Rohingya other, they are also involved here in India in anti-India activities. So we have to keep note of some of these things, and they have their political agenda, and that is why these people are migrating to the other countries. And they, on the face of refugee ka thing, they are channelizing their ideological and religious agenda. With these words, I stop here, because I know it's 20 minutes and I'm open to question answer. Thank you. Thank you.